Vice President Kamala Harris implored Americans on Sunday to continue fighting for voting rights and against mounting voter suppression efforts. "The baton in that relay race is now in our hands, so let us remember, our cause is righteous. Our resolve is strong. Our spirit is mighty, so let us keep on in the tradition of Selma and John Lewis," Harris said, invoking the name of the late U.S. Congressman from Georgia. Harris' remarks, delivered via pre-recorded video for those gathered at Brown Chapel A.M.E Church in Selma, Alabama, commemorated the March 7, 1965 voting rights march across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in that city, which culminated in a violent confrontation with state troopers and ultimately led to the passage of the 1965 Voting Rights Act. Lewis, who died in 2020, suffered a fractured skull attempting to lead 600 voting rights activists on their march from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama, but the violent clash that erupted as protesters converged with authorities on the bridge became known as Bloody Sunday. In Sunday's remarks, Harris reminded those listening that big actions often start small, recounting that the Bloody Sunday March of 600 was preceded 1 month earlier by the march of 100 black teachers to the Dallas County Courthouse who attempted unsuccessfully to register to vote. Americans today want to vote for the same reason the Selma teachers marched to that courthouse: to have a say in their lives. To have a say in what happens to them and the people in their community, Harris said. Today, poll taxes have been traded for long voting lines. Property ownership restrictions for purges of voter rolls. Literacy tests for voter ID laws. Voter registration restrictions. Mail-in voting limitations. Cuts to early voting. Precinct closures. Gerrymandering. It's all voter suppression by any other name, she added. Reverend Leodis Strong, Bishop Adam Jefferson Richardson, Congresswoman Terri Sewell, members of Brown Chapel AME Church, friends, it is an honor to join you as we commemorate the 56th anniversary of the Selma Bridge Crossing. 3 years ago, I spoke from your pulpit. I was there in the pews last year when I joined Congressman John Lewis on his annual civil rights pilgrimage. I was with him on what would be his final walk across the Edmund Pettus Bridge. And I will hold that memory forever in my heart. I am sorry we couldn't gather together in Selma this year. And I am sorry Congressman Lewis is no longer with us. I know we will all mourn and miss him every day. But, friends, I am here to tell you that his spirit lives inside of all of us, and we know that. And the spirit of Selma lives in us. You know, a month before the 1965 bridge crossing, a group of teachers, black teachers, who taught their students about civics but who couldn't exercise their own right to vote, well, they took action. About 100 teachers, union members, marching side by side, put their jobs on the line. Their paychecks. Their pensions. They marched to the Dallas County Courthouse to register to vote. And after they were barred from entering, they returned where? Well, of course, to Brown Chapel. A few weeks later, the 100 teachers became 600 activists marching across that bridge.